I'm Jared Haynes, and this is Rogue Outdoors. Today I'm excited to talk to you about the Kuiu Super Down Pro Glassing Glommit. Now these right here are gonna run you somewhere around $130 to $70. It depends on if you catch them on a sale or not. And these are gonna be an absolutely vital piece of gear, in my opinion, if you're hunting any sort of mid to late season and particularly late season hunts. First off, I want to cover the fitment of these gloves, then I want to go into some of the key features, and then I'm going to go through a couple comparisons and ways I would use these. So when it comes to the fitment, I wear a size medium glove in Stone Glacier, First Light, Kuiu, typical leather gloves, motorcycle gloves, all that kind of stuff. I'm a standard medium glove, and these fit true to size. I ordered these in the medium size, and they fit perfect. Now they are sized to where you can fit some sort of a layer glove in there. So I typically, if I'm hunting, mid to late season, always have one of these First Light merino wool gloves on, and it fits perfect up inside there. That adds a nice barrier. I really like having that merino wool in there against the colder face fabric of these kind of down material gloves. And having it be a fingerless glove, I can still use the Glomitt portion and it doesn't interfere. But this glove also works well if you're running like the Kuiu Attack gloves. I'll often run that if I want a full fingered glove. I'm doing a lot of hill climbing or in rocky terrain or grabbing onto tree branches or whatever. And these slip right over top of those really well. Now, when you switch to like the Kuiu Yukon glove, so something a little bit more insulated, you can jam that up inside of here, but that's quite a bit more restricting. So for me personally, the Attack glove is as much thickness as I will put inside of one of the Glommits. However, these are designed to go down to really low temperatures, and they're using 820 fill down, so they're extremely lofted and really holding that heat. So I have not found that I've needed to go any heavier weight glove than like an Attack glove inside of this. Now let's cover a few of the specifications on these gloves. They're gonna come in at a weight of 5.9 ounces. They use Quicks Down, which is a covering on the down itself that makes it so they don't absorb the water. It makes them retain their loft in those bad weather situations. It's been an absolute game changer. There's multiple companies on the market that use different versions of this. And it has really revolutionized the down game. Previously, if you're gonna be in really wet conditions, down would struggle. But with these new coatings, they're able to fend off the water and keep their loft extremely well. These are an 850 fill down, so they will get you all the way down to temperatures, quite a ways below 32 degrees. However, like I said, you are gonna want some sort of a layer glove in my personal opinion. And these are the gauntlet style. They have a strap to cinch down the outside of the glove, as well as they have this really cool strap that goes around your wrist inside of the glove. So if you pop them off, you're doing something, you don't have to lay the gloves down. They just stay attached and kind of will flop around if I'm glassing or needing to do some more tactile functions with my fingers and I want to take the gloves off really quick. I don't have to find a place to stow them. I can just let them hang off the second tether. Now that we've talked over the price and a few of the specifications on the Kuiu gloves, I want to do a head-to-head comparison between one of the popular options on the market, which is the First Light Brooks Down glove. So the Kuiu and the Brooks Down have a couple major differences that make me lean towards the Kuiu anytime that I'm going to go out in the field. So the first is going to be this baffling. When you look at down clothes, you often see this baffle design. Well, in gloves, it creates, in my opinion, a real weak point because every single one of these spots where they do the sewing, there's no down material there to block out the wind, which then lets cold air in. In the Kuiu glove, you have these huge sections of down which are blocking all of that cold air out. This ruffle section right here is, what's going to suck down over top of your wristband. So typically this is actually going to be insulated from the wind, but everywhere up here in the fingers, where on the Brooks down glove, you have all these little sections that can let cold air in. That's been taken care of by the Kuiu. So that's the first major difference, and one of the things that really makes me lean towards the Kuiu glove. The second is going to be these grippers right here on the back. On the First Light glove, they are pretty much useless on like rifle stocks and things like that. These are pretty slippery, which then makes me tend to taking them off more often if I'm going to be using my hands, which defeats the purpose of wearing the glove. The Kuiu ones are extremely tactile. You have the Glomitt feature, but if you're wearing the Kuiu mittens, you wouldn't have the ability to use your pointer finger separate, but they do still have these same rubber grippers, which are awesome. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration here on the table, and I want you to listen to the difference of the material on the table. So here's the Brooks down. You can hear that that's just basically normal material sliding all over. Here is the Kuiu. You can see that the glove itself is not sliding all over the tabletop, and that's because of all these rubber grippers. So those are a couple major features that automatically put this at a step above pretty much any of the other mittens or Glommits on the market, in my opinion. As we touched on earlier, they have two different secure systems to your wrist. So you have this one, which will tie the gauntlet portion down over top of your rain gear or snow gear, whatever you're wearing. Then they have this internal piece, this little leash that hooks onto your wrist, and this keeps the glove on. So I'm glassing, I need to do some sort of quick movement or admin movement where I need my fingertips and all my fingers out. I can just drop this glove, do whatever I'm doing, and then pick it back up. I don't have to find a place to stow it, which is less time that my hand's gonna be out in the cold, and gets it right back into the mitten quicker so that it can warm up. I hope this video helped you decide if the Kuiu glassing Glommit is the way for you to go. If it did, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more content like this coming out soon. Thank you for watching.